Hey, this is Marvin and I want to show you how to publish an app to the Google Play console. So the first thing you need to do is you need to create an account, and I think you need to pay a fee of like $25 or $30 lifetime access. So I've already done this, and when you are here in the dashboard you can click on Create App. Then we need a name for our app. I will just create an app called Temple Runner. You can set the default language to English in United States or whatever you prefer. In my case, I want to create a game and it should be available for free. Let's go for this. We need to confirm that the app meets the developer program and the US export laws. So let's go for this, create the app, and now you will be asked to fill out different things over here. We can skip the testing for now, so the most important things are more down the list. So here you have a lot of tasks you should do. The first one is setting the privacy policy. The first thing you need to do is you need to enter privacy policy, and for that case you can use a privacy policy generator. I will link one in the description. In my case, I have done that previously for other apps of mine. So for example, there is this privacy policy for my slime simulation app, which I uploaded to my web server. I can copy this link, put it in here, and the next step is the access of the app. It's just asking if all the functionality is available without login or country restrictions or something like that. So normally it's all available without access restrictions. Then it asks me if my app contains ads. I click yes on that one because I plan to implement ads on this. Then we have the content rating. You have to click through a small questionnaire to answer different questions, and it's rating your game or your app. So my category is a game. It's a game app, and when there is no violence and no gambling, you have to click no on all the things, but you can answer these questions for your app yourself. But I'm pretty sure I can answer no to all these questions because my app is not containing any violence or any problematic or sensitive content. So I have to click save over here, and then we get a content rating, and you get it via email as well. So that's it for the content rating. We have to define our target audience. So as my app does not contain any violence and it's a game, I will make it available and target an audience for all kind of different ages, and I just answer it like that. Then you have to meet certain requirements for target audience. If you entered that the age is below 13, there are different requirements you can go through. The next one is if it collects any personal or sensitive information. In my case, I can answer yes because I'm doing advertisement and it includes analytics and different things as well. I comply that it applies with the law and the regulations relating to children, and there are ads in my app, so I have to comply that the ads which I display inside of my app are appropriate for children. So this is very important because when you target an audience from 5 to 13, you don't want to see the person, you don't want to display ads which are containing any violence. So this one is not too important. It's just about an expert program which they will check your app and see if it could be expert approved, but in my case I don't want to have that. So here we have it. Then you have to answer if your app is a news app. I can clearly say no, my app is no news app. It's also no COVID contact tracing app. The next thing is about the data safety. So this is where you have to carefully look through the different software and SDKs you are using inside of your app, and it's asking you a bunch of questions about the data which is collected. For the sake of simplicity, I answer these questions with no, but it really depends on the things you are using. And for example, I'm planning to use ads inside of my app. So there are definitely some data collected when I include the ads SDK. But you can watch a separated video for that one. So we just say no for the moment, and we say no over here as well, and save it. The next one is if it's a government app. So no, my app is no government app. I'm not sure why they not include all these questions about news apps and COVID apps and government apps inside of one questionnaire, which would make way easier than going through all of them separately, but whatever. So this one is asking about financial features inside of your app. So I don't have any financial features inside of my app. Let's see, my app doesn't provide any financial features like financial advice, stock trading, NFT trading, whatever. I don't have any of these features inside of my app. And now that's going to be very interesting. You are just selecting different options for the store setting. That's the settings which are also appear in the Google Play Store. For example, I have chosen that my app is from type game, that it's listed in the games in the Google Play Store. You can also select a category. For me, it would be, I would say casual, but you can change that later. That's not a problem. You can also have different tags over here. It suggests you a bunch of tags. So for mine, it would be, I think, arcade, for example, and I think you can select up to 5 tags, whatever fits the best for your app. Then you have to enter contact information. An email address is required, and you can also add a phone number and a website, but it's not required, it's all optional. So it's important that people can reach out to you in case they have trouble with the app or want to talk to you about something. Here it's asking you if you want Google to advertise the app outside of Google Play. I mean, when there's free advertisement from Google Play, why not? But in most cases, it doesn't matter, I think. So we have this one, and I'm going back. And this one is by far the most important one regarding your Play Store listing, because that's the place where you define all the different things which will appear in the final Play Store listing. So for example, the screenshots which will be displayed inside of the Google Play, the description, and all that kind of different things over here. So we can go through this quickly. You have things which are very important for ranking, like the app name, a short description. I will just enter something. That's also a separate topic, like the whole ASO thing about apps. So it's pretty important that you have to use certain keywords and repeat them, but don't repeat them too often, and that you have to write a meaningful description which appeals to user, and so on and so forth. So for sake of simplicity, I just copy part of my description from another app. The cool thing is you can also use emojis over here. Okay, it's not long enough. That's interesting. So it seems that you have to write a longer description. Okay, we can do that. Alright, so the last step would be to upload some media, and I prepared some. So you need different media in certain sizes. For example, the app icon needs to be PNG or JPEG, 512 by 512. There are generators out there. Playstore app icon generator is one I used. So I have this Playstore icon over here. Then we need a feature graphic, which is normally displayed somewhere here in certain views, like over here. I think this is the feature graphic. You can upload this as well. Let's see if this one is valid. You can also add a video. There you just have to include a video link, which is pretty convenient. Then you have to include screenshots for different device sizes, one for phones and 2 series of screenshots for tablets with different inches. So I'm always use the same screenshots for both of the tablets, for the 7-inch and the 10-inch. But it really depends on your application if it looks different on these kind of devices. Yeah, and that could take a moment. I will just skip that and continue the video when it's all finished. Okay, so it's all uploaded. You can also rearrange the order of the screenshots. Sometimes it's mixing up something, but that looks pretty good so far. You also can include screenshots for Chromebooks, but it's not necessary, and I will just save that for now. And we can go back over here to check our list of tasks. So the testing we don't need. You can use that in the beginning when you don't want to release your app instantly, but want to add internal testers for letting them test your app. But this is not necessary, and the next step would be to release your app. We can go through that very quickly. You can define regions and countries where you want to make the app available. I want to make it available in every country, so let's go for this. Here we have it. Then we don't want to select any testers, and the next step would be to create a release. This one you can watch in a different video, but basically you need an AAB file, which is the final artifact for your app, which is containing all the data for your app. You upload it over here. You have to care about the signing and all that kind of things. And then you give it a release name, you put in some release notes, for example, what you changed in that version, and then on the next page you just define for how many people you want to roll out that app release. So if you wanted to release it for all the people at the same time, or for 50% or whatever, and then you click on OK, and when you have done that, the app is going through a review process. So when you edit a new release, it's always checked by Google that it's all okay and that the app is looking fine. So they check a lot of things. That usually takes 1 to 14 business days. They drastically reduce the time. At the moment it only takes 1 or 2 business days, but it really depends on how much they have to do and how many people are there, if some are sick or if there's vacations or whatever. So this could take a while, and then if they approve the app, it's finally live in the App Store. Hope that helped some guys, and hope you will have a good time releasing your first app.